Come on. We're at Anfield. That's going to be an easy win for Liverpool.
He's scoring own goals, it seems like. So
I feel like they're going to be a mid to bottom table team. Hey everyone, welcome back to Futbol Talks. This week we'll be talking about Game Week 1 match predictions. We're going to start off with Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Junior, your thoughts?
Come on. We're at Anfield. That's going to be an easy win for Liverpool. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen. You guys have seen the Bournemouth games, right? It's been very interesting to watch. I know it's been the preseason, but I know they took some hits on some players that they lost, but I just don't see the Bournemouth from last season. But I don't know. I think Liverpool's going to win 4-0. Like I said, I know Liverpool, they've been unbeaten. I watched them today. They played 2 games, and they started lineup, played the second game, the later game, and man, what an attacking force we got. It was nice to watch. It was nice to see. Hopefully we come up with the same firepower. We will not have Gravenberch on that game because he's suspended. He got a record on the last game of the previous season. No Lewis Cook for Bournemouth is also missing for them. He's serving a suspension. And Ernest Unai is still out. So easy win for Liverpool. 4-0. What do you guys think?
I do think Liverpool are going to dominate that game. I said Liverpool would win 3-0. I do kind of have maybe a hot take. I say maybe because some people might agree, but after seeing some preseason games, obviously it's very early on. I do think Bournemouth are going to struggle this season. I feel like they're going to be a mid to bottom table team, but I mean, against Liverpool specifically, they're just way too strong. I think it's going to be a very defensive game for Bournemouth. They're going to try to counter, but I think they're going to be playing defense a lot. So, yeah, I'm going with a Liverpool win. Ooh, Liverpool.
Just get used to it. That's all I got to say. Get used to it.
And so, yeah, that's kind of my take on that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think Liverpool, it's going to be easy for them. Like you said, Bournemouth have been kind of struggling this preseason. It's weird. Kluivert and Ryan Christie haven't played at all preseason, and those are 2 of their most important players. So if they don't have them on top of their poor form and losing their whole back line now, I think it's going to be a rough game. I'm going to go 4-1, and I think.
Who do you think is going to score that goal?
I was going to say, I think. For Bournemouth, I think it'll be Kluivert. I think at the end, Liverpool may switch off a little bit and just let them get a goal.
We're gonna keep the clean sheet. Come on, we got to keep the clean sheet.
Yeah. The only thing with you guys is, to your point, Gravenberch isn't playing. And he's a lot of your physicality in the midfield. So yeah, I think they're gonna grab a goal. I think, and with Kirkers and Frimpong, they're still getting used to the system. So the clean sheets won't come just yet.
Yeah, so the way I'm seeing the way we're playing, Frimpong is going to really press high. Yeah. Kirkus is probably going to, it's also another attacker pretty much.
It's going to kind of shift on who presses high. Right. One side, and then the other is going to stay back and help. And
so right now the way it's looking is pretty much Virgil and Konate are going to be just the center defense pretty much. Yeah. And then Gravenberch is not going to be there, so I think McAllister is going to play that position. Szoboszlai and Berg is going to play as attacking, I think. I don't see Endo starting, but we'll see. It will be interesting. But yeah, I definitely agree. We'll see how the defense does. It's the first game of the season, so. But yeah, what do you guys think of Aston Villa versus Newcastle?
Yeah, so I'm actually thinking this will be a Villa win. I think.
Oh wow.
Isak, he just started training yesterday with Newcastle again. So.
And there's so much hate with that.
Yeah.
With the fact that he's back, I've read that some of his teammates are pissed. They don't want him there.
I'd be pissed too if I was them.
And then other people are like, they want him gone. Yeah. And then some people understand, which, but sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Yeah, so I just think there's kind of some tension in the camp right now there. They don't have a true number 9 without him. They have their backup, but I don't think he's anything too special. And I just think Villa, they have their number. They beat them 4-1 last season when Villa played at home. And Villa's had like a decent preseason, and they still kept their core team. Like they haven't lost anybody. Watkins is still at the club, and I rate Watkins very highly. So I think it'll be 2-1 Villa.
So I did 2-1, but I did 2-1 Newcastle. And I'm stuck, honestly, because I could see Villa winning it. So, because they have Rodgers and Watkins, who are just like, they get the ball, they can attack, they can finish, right? They're just on target. They're so good at finishing. I do think that Isak drama doesn't help Newcastle. I've seen some, some of their preseason games, and they're strong, but they're not as strong as I think they could be. So I feel like you might have swayed me a little bit.
Oh,
I had Newcastle 2-1, but I think I am going to go Villa 2-1. So
I'm going Newcastle 2-0. I know Villa beat them one of the last games, and I know they dominated the recent home fixtures. Villa have Ollie Watkins has been the one to score a lot of the goals on the last 4 home games versus Newcastle. I do know that Villa is missing Martinez, so he's suspended, and I mean Martinez really keeps the goal.
Which, not to interrupt, but that's a weird one because he announced that he's leaving last season. At the end of the season, he got all emotional, started crying, but now he's still here.
You know he loves the drama. He wants the attention.
Yeah, very dramatic.
But I mean, who would make up something like that? But it's still funny. It fits him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and for Newcastle, you got Hull should be returning. So I think Newcastle is going to be fully everyone on board, and I think Newcastle is with the Langa, the attacking has gotten better. My hope is that Isak is being lonely, comes to Liverpool. I know previous video I said, hey, welcome Isak, and I still have the hope and the dream that he stops walking alone. But again, for this game, I'd say Newcastle 2-0.
Man, we watched them Newcastle play, and Mario was like, God, Lanka's so fast. I mean, just the way he runs and catches up, he could be on one side of the field and he's like, in a second, he's up the field. It's crazy.
The thing is, his technique, his sprinting technique is like, you could tell it's like Olympic sprinter type technique. Like it's
and
powerful.
he can do that with the ball.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like anyone can sprint, but to do that with the ball technically, that's so hard. If you play soccer, to do something like that speed, man, that takes some technique. So.
That's why he's at that level of the Premier League.
I know, but not all the Prem players are known to be fast with the ball.
So
anyway, okay, so the next game we're going to talk about is Brighton versus Fulham. Who wants to start off talking about that?
Sure, I'll start. So I'm going to go 2-2 for this game. I think this will be a very close one. I think both these teams, they finished the season very strongly. They were both pushing for the European places. And they both had pretty solid preseasons. They've gotten what they needed to out of their players. Mente for Brighton is on fire. He's a great player. He's a player Newcastle lost last season, and I think that'll come back to haunt them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, just as good though. Wilson's been on fire too. I think he's got like 5 goals in preseason.
Okay, did he really?
Yeah.
Because I saw that on something today, and I was like, what? Because something I thought about was the fact that I was going to say Wilson's going to come off bench and score just like he did last season. Always, that was like, honestly, I think it was a tactical thing they did. Yeah. Fulham would do it around the 40th, 50th, maybe sometimes 60th minute. Put him in, freaking scores, game-winning goal, and I'm like, what the heck? So I think that was a tactic.
I wouldn't be surprised. Marco Silva is a very tactical manager, and he's got so many. I think, I could be wrong, he's the longest serving manager in the Premier League besides Pep. He's been with Fulham for a long time now. So he's got
he has been.
His group of players, they really know him. Brighton have a very good attack, but I do think Brighton are a little leaky defensively. Every time I watch Lewis Dunk now, he's scoring own goals, it seems like. So yeah, I don't have too much faith in their defense, but I think it'll be a close one. What about you?
Yeah, I have Fulham winning 2-1. Going a little different here. I just think, like, to your point, Brighton are strong with, like, Mente and Matoma on the wing, who, again, very fast technical players. They like to beat the outside backs, cut in. But I just think without Pedro, they might just struggle a little bit. defensively, they're okay. Dunk is a sleeper. Van Heck, you don't know what you're gonna get on any given day. Some days he's so strong, the next day it's like, what the heck, dude. I'm going with the underdogs because I feel like Fulham was definitely an underdog team last season, and they turned up against some teams. So I'm hoping they're gonna come in with that firepower, and yeah, I go with them winning 2-1.
All right, so I'm the opposite of you. So I'm
You're Brighton too?
Brighton's gonna win 2-1. They finished 8th. They had a lot of draws, a lot of ties that kind of really hurt them. Same thing what happened with Liverpool previous season. It's just a lot of ties. That really hurts the team. Fulham finished 11. Just 2 points from the top half finish. Brighton has a full fit squad. And the new signings that they brought in, so I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Brighton to come in. Yes, they're being inconsistent. Yes, watch some of the preseason games and stuff, but I don't know. Something tells Brighton is going to do well. Fulham,
Raul comes out of nowhere, scores a header, does his
but
freaking
they
kicks
also
like
were
he does.
they were also inconsistent last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Both of these teams technically are, but Fulham more so.
Is who's less inconsistent in this game? That's the one who's going to win.
I agree with you. I think simply for me, it's just the fact that Marco Silva is a more experienced manager. So I think that's going to be the edge here.
Yeah. So it could go either way, but it's one of those games. So next game, Sunderland versus West Ham. What do you guys think? Huh? I know you guys are some Bowen fans, huh?
That's a boring game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like Bowen, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Have not done research on Sunderland. I don't know too much about them. I'm just going with a West Ham win, just on a whim. I hope that they come in with some confidence, being happy that they're back in Prem, and come in with some firepower and stand up against West Ham and put up a good fight. But I'm still going with West Ham win, like he said, Bowen. And yeah, that's all I'm just going off just a plain old guess, to be honest. So.
Yeah, to be honest, this game, I don't really see it being that exciting. West Ham haven't looked great in preseason. Of course, Bowen, he looks good. He's their best player by far.
Yeah.
Everything goes through him. But I'm actually going to go Sunderland win 1-0. Just because I think they're going to be pumped for their first game back.
Mm-hmm.
I think they made some good signings. Xhaka, coming from Bayer Leverkusen, that's a huge one. I watched some interview with him. He looked like not excited at all to play for Sunderland, so it was a little strange. But and they have a Dringa up top as well. That's a good signing from Brighton. So
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just there for the bag, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I'll go 1-0 Sunderland. What about you, Junior?
Well, they haven't been in the Premier League for almost 10 years. Last time they were there was 2016, 17 season. It's going to be, like you say, it's probably going to be a boring game. West Ham had they're still struggling defensively. They conceded a lot of goals last season. But to me, West Ham is going to win 2-1. I think the experience and the fact that they've already been in the Premier League, Sunderland's going to make excited, so they're going to probably be too excited, make a lot of mistakes. Whereas, you got most experienced team like West Ham that just come out of nowhere and just go out of win. There were some games last season that were like, how in the hell did West Ham win?
I think they beat Arsenal that
yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Ryan was on the halfway line.
Yeah, so, it's going to be interesting to see. So West Ham 2-1.
So the next one we have is Spurs versus Burnley. So this one's a little interesting. Ari, what do you think about it?
I think Tottenham is going to win 2-0. We saw Madison got hurt. So the midfield is going to be a little more interesting now, who they're going to put in the midfield with Sarr. And then also, Son is gone. So, I know they got Kudus and all, but that kind of switches things up a little bit. But yeah, I think Tottenham, with the new manager, some new signings that are actually, I think, great for them. I think they're going to win 2-0. I know you guys have mentioned, Burnley's pretty defensive. I don't know anything about Burnley, but...
Yeah, Burnley only conceded 16 goals last season.
Really?
Yes.
In the championship?
Yeah, championship. So, last season. So,
They got Kyle Walker, their savior.
So now they're gonna only allow 15 goals, right?
Yeah.
Or 25. But to me, it's, Spurs is gonna win 2-1. I think Burnley. Last time they were in the Premier League, when the Prem they came with company, they weren't as successful.
I remember that.
So we'll see what happens with this new coach. Scott Parker is known for a strong defensive formation.
So why do you think they're going to score then?
Why Burnley's going to score?
Yeah, if they're. I'm just thinking like they're such a defensive team that I don't think they're going to score.
But Tottenham is not a strong defensive team either.
I know. I don't know.
So I still think Tottenham's going to win, but it's going to be 2-1.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be Tottenham's Spurs is going to come out 4-5-0. It's not going to be that way.
Yeah.
So I think Burnley's going to get them on the counter. I think Tottenham is defensively. They lost a lot of their home games last year. It was crazy. It was only the relegated teams lost more home games than they did.
Talk about real quick. Sorry, I'm switching. I just thought of this, and we can go back. Talk about someone who's underrated for Tottenham, Van de Ven. I think he's a very underrated player, but I think last season before he got injured, he was so strong and a smart FPL pick, and I'm pretty sure he's cheap. I haven't looked this season, but just to throw that out there, I just thought of him. I know they're defensively poor. A lot of people go for his assists. Van de Ven, other than that, it's kind of like
Well, Kulusevski's still out for Spurs. So,
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's a good threat. He's a good player. He really came through for them. Now, Son leaving. Now you have Kudus. So I think that's going to help out on the left wing. And then now Johnson. We'll see how he does on the right wing. But it's going to be interesting. Again, they are coming under a new coach. So we'll see how they do. What they come and how they perform. So that's Tottenham for me.
Yeah.
2-1.
What about you, Mario?
I agree with you, Junior. I think it'll be 2-1. I do think Spurs are going to really struggle, though. I think them losing Son, that's a lot of Prem experience right there. I know he didn't perform well, but that's going to be a big blow for the attack. Solanke's still injured. He hasn't played yet. And to your point, Kulusevski's out, and now they lost Madison. So a lot of their creators are all gone. So you're looking at a front line of Kudus, Richarlison, and Johnson, or Odegaard. And Kudus, he's a good player, but that's just a very inconsistent front line. I think Spurs are going to get the job done because they still have good quality on the pitch. I like Sarr a lot. I think Bentancur is a good player. They brought in Polina from Bayern Munich, and I think that'll help at least on the defensive side and with transitions for Tottenham. And I think their defense is solid enough, but I think it'll be a close one for Spurs. I can see them possibly even tying this one, but I'll give 2-1. I'll give 2-1 for Spurs for this one.
Okay. Well, next game we have is Wolves versus Manchester City. We all know who's going to win that. City, of course.
Of course, they took a player from Wolves.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just think overall, I think Wolves are weak. I'm not too impressed with them. I feel like I know they're undergoing a lot of changes, but we're talking about Man City versus Wolves. Yeah, City's going to win, and I'm going City win 3-0.
So Wolves, yes. They're I think this season in general they're going to struggle. Larson is going to be their attacking player. Losing Kuna, my God. And then, Nori as well. So they scored a lot of goals and there were a lot of threat. That was attacking for the most part for them. It's still going to be interesting to see. I know Erling Haaland is going to have a hell of a day for that game. He scored 8 goals in the 5 games versus Wolves. It's going to be, we'll see. Now, I do know that this will be their first full season with their new coach. So, I don't know, that coach may have something under his sleeve. So, but yeah. So, for me, Manchester City winning 4-0. Keeping the clean sheet, and we'll see. I'll be interested to see how Man City plays. Will they start Turkey? Because I know they got them.
Yeah.
So, and see if how he does in the role. See who they start. You know.
I mean, they have a lot of options.
Yeah.
And their wingers as well. Oscar Bob is back. They have so many options that set that attack.
Everyone is healthy too. Everyone's back.
Yeah. And Diaz just signed a new contract today, so that's a big win. Maybe, I don't know. I don't rank Diaz that highly, but yeah, City are in good moods. I think I agree with you guys. I think City will win. Actually, I'm predicting Holland to go crazy this game.
I agree.
I just have a feeling that he's gonna.
He always does very, very good in the first couple of games.
In the beginning of the season, he just turns up.
He turns up like no tomorrow. Now.
Hey, triple captain, let's go. Hey,
I'll watch you.
Wow, that is a take.
Yeah.
Why not? He's always does first.
We
Do it. You should do it then.
We get 2 of them, so
He might do it.
risk it.
Hey, you never know. Well, yeah, I mean, we're gonna get 2 chips. I'm gonna get 2 triple captains. Why not?
Yeah, might as well try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe the defenders just forget how to defend Holland in the beginning of the season, and then they just kind of realize, okay, we need to back off this guy, don't physically battle him. But yeah, I'm going 3-1 for City.
Oh, no clean sheet?
Yeah, I don't agree with
I think.
that.
Well,
Wow.
the thing is, you're away from home. You're at the Molyneux, and I think.
But
I have
it's
a
not like
feeling-
a Newcastle type audience,
I
like
think
our
our-
Arsenal fan base.
Well, they did lose Cunha. I like Arias, the signing they got, up with Strand Larson. Strand Larson's a good player,
He is.
but I think he just needs somebody to play off of him, and they got somebody in Arias.
Strand Larson is a good player, yeah.
So, I mean, they're still threatening it behind, and I don't trust City's defense on the transition still. I don't think they're good enough at this point, so until they prove me otherwise, I'm not going to give City that many clean sheets.
Okay.
Interesting.
So,
Wow.
so
All right, let's talk about the best team in the
Yeah.
Premier League. Yeah.
I'm going, we're going to do the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace prediction now. Everyone knows this one, right? This is obvious. Club World Cup winners. We're the world champs. Better than the Champions League, they'd say, right? But I'm going 2-1 for Chelsea. I think it'll be a tough game. I'm being realistic here. I think Crystal Palace, they have a lot of firepower. And Eze and Mateta and Sarr, I think those guys are insane going forward, especially on the counter.
Yeah.
And we saw in the FA Cup last season when they scored that goal. Basically, their whole team, I think it was a long ball, and then Mateta brought it down. It was just beautiful to see.
Everyone was involved.
But yeah, so I think it's going to be a tough game. We tied them, I think, both games last season at the Bridge and away. So I think it won't be easy, but I think that confidence that Chelsea's going to have, we'll see them through the win. Maybe Palmer gets a brace, open up the season.
Well, when you have 60 players playing for your team, I mean, you better freaking win. So,
Everyone gets 5 subs, okay?
so
Yes.
I'm going with a Chelsea win 3-1. To his point, Chelsea, I think, is still looking strong. Obviously, I think there could be some improvements, but overall, still strong. I do think Palace can score. They are capable of scoring. To his point, Mateta, Eze, I mean, come on. They are such great players on the counter. So, yes, they're going to score. They're going to wipe that clean sheet away from Chelsea. But Chelsea's still going to brace the win. And also, the only way I could think of Palace winning, beating Chelsea, I think it's possible, but they have to be there. They have to be there to win it, and then I think they could beat them. But Chelsea's confidence is so high, I think it might just be a little too difficult.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Now Chelsea have someone that can score. Pedro, which it was a
And
struggle.
about him, Delap.
Yeah, and they got the lap as well. So their struggle last year was they couldn't score. So now it's a different team than what it was last year. All they did is have more players.
More
And
and more and more and more.
So I think Chelsea is going to win 3-1. Will they keep the clean sheet? I don't think so. I think, to your point, Crystal Palace still has still got a team. They haven't really sold anyone from the starting 11 for the most part. Munoz still there, Eze, and you have Mateta, and I think they're able to play together and come off together, understand each other better than last season. So I think they'll score. So it is going to be a good game. Chelsea's going to try to come out with the confidence after winning the Club World Cup. So we'll see. We'll see if they really won the Club World Cup.
Oh, we won it. Don't worry. There's evidence. There's evidence of that.
All right. So next game we got Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Now Brentford is a different team this year. Sort of.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ari?
I am looking at what I put. I literally put question marks for this one. I can't decide on who I think is going to win this. You have Nottingham Forest, so defensive. Man, their keeper and their back line just so on par. You have their attack is okay. I think it may have worsened without Alanga. I mean, you still have White and Wood, but without Alanga, I still think it's going to be a struggle. And then you have Brentford, who, again, consistency is an issue. They lost Mbeumo, who was always matching up with Wisa for their attack. I still think they have a better attack than Nottingham Forest, though. So, yeah. So I can't decide, y'all. I can't decide on who's gonna win this. Maybe circle back to me and I'll choose one, but it just depends. I can't.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Forest are still very solid defensively, and they have Wood. Gibbs White is staying against his will because the owner threatened him or something. I don't know, but he's still at the club somehow. And they also got Igor Jesus from Botafogo.
Yep.
He's their new forward. I think they'll probably play him and Wood up top together, I'm assuming.
If Wood gets help, that might change my opinion.
Right, yeah, so I think they have enough. I think Brentford, I see a lot of people in their predictions, they're predicting them to be towards the bottom just because of how much they've lost.
Brentford?
Yeah. I think Mbeumo is a big part of their attack. Like, Visa's good, but even he wants to go. So he could be gone by the time that game comes around. So I'm going to go 2-0.
Well, I just think, too, with Sade, if they play him, he's going to push up high. Coyote likes to push up high if they play him. He kind of played like the last couple of games with them last season. They got Henderson in the middle, who we know is a machine. Not my type of player personally, but he is still a machine. He's going to try to prove himself. And then you have Kelleher, who they signed, who I think Kelleher is a good keeper. So that's why I think they're going to win. So, yeah, I guess I did make my decision.
So I'm thinking Brentford's going to win 2-1. I know last season Nottingham Forest struggled towards the end of the season because they're so defensive.
So defensive.
It's like it's hard to score on them, but they can't score.
That's why I can't see them.
But you know, in order for them to score, they really got to get numbers up, which leaves them open for a quick counter. So now I know Brentford got a new coach because Frank left. So that's going to be interesting to see what he brings to the table and what kind of playing style is going to be. The formation is going to change. If it's still going to be the same playing style that he had when Mbeumo was there, and we saw in Norgard because he left as well. So, but I think Brentford has more attacking power, option-wise, than Nottingham Forest. Now, Brentford's defense is not the greatest because a lot of teams were able to score on them. But then again, Nottingham Forest is not great offensively, and they lost Ilanga.
But to your point, like, I agree. I don't think Brentford's defense is good. That's why I don't see a clean sheet happening for them. But Nottingham Forest's attack, like, they would really have to prove to me that they can attack. I'm not feeling confident in their attack right now. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the preseason games. I haven't really done any research to see how they're looking. Just going by how the end of last season went, I think Brentford will actually, Nottingham Forest was on the top 3. Actually, it was like in 3rd place.
Yeah, they could have finished 3rd.
Yeah. And then just all of a sudden they just started going downhill because they couldn't score.
I think that was more of the pressure they were feeling, and less of the tactics not working. I just think it was getting to them. They knew they could have finished in the Champions League places, which would have been a huge accomplishment for them. But I think they probably just cracked under the pressure.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, so the big ticket game for that weekend is actually a United and Arsenal. United are playing at home at Old Trafford. This could be an interesting game, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll start with Junior. What do you think of it?
All right, so I was watching Man United play their preseason game, and I was very wow. I think I even called you and said, "Hey, you gotta watch the game."
Everton.
The way Embuemo and Kuna and that quick transition and the quick counter, it was nice to see.
With
they just
Ahmad
couldn't-
and Fernandez,
yeah.
those four, that link up. I mean, if they can keep that and maintain that.
It was nice to see. They play well, and I was shocked. It didn't look like the last season Man United team.
No.
So we'll see. We'll see how they are playing. Man United's playing at home, so they got something to prove this time coming around. Their defense is still kind of little. It's average for me. It's not top notch. It's not like they have a brick wall there and nothing gets in. They're playing Arsenal, which Arsenal is coming with a lot of reinforcement. I mean, now we'll see how Gyökeres does. Hopefully he'll start for them. I know they got Gabriel still out for them. Subimendi is going to be very interesting for them. We'll see how he does, holds the middle in there for them. So we'll see. I think Arsenal's going to win 3-1. I'm going to give it to Arsenal.
I have Arsenal 3-1 as well. I'm going Arsenal win 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of people will go Arsenal win. I'm actually going to go with a draw here, a 1-1. I think there may be some extra fight for United due to it being the first game and how they had such a terrible season last season. And I watched a little bit of them in the preseason. I think, like you guys said, the link up between their new signings and Ahmad and Fernandez looks really good. I just think this may just be a scrappy game where both teams really want to win, but they're scared they don't want to go for the jugular because then they're going to get countered. So I just think it's going to be 1-1. I think Gyökeres will play. I think he may struggle. This may be a hot take, but I don't really think he's going to be that great in the Prem. To me, he's not mobile enough.
Yeah, and Arsenal has a different. Arsenal is not the type of team like, hey, we got the ball, let's go. Like usually Liverpool, a very direct team. They like to actually hold on to the ball, pass it around. We kind of plays it kind of to Gyökeres style, where he's kind of slow, so he's not as quick as Ilanga or or Mermush, players like that. So, but I don't know. I guess to your point, we'll see how everything gels because then again, Arsenal is not going to get the ball and send a long ball, and next thing you know, Saka is going to score right away. No.
Right.
So they're more of a very possession team.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll be 1-1. And for the last game of the week is Everton versus Leeds. Ari, what are you thinking of that one?
So I think Everton's going to win 1-0. Everton, I watched an interview today. I saw Moyes was a little upset with Beto. He kind of had a discussion with him saying, I know you can do more, which I do think Beto's actually a good attacking player. But again, is he in the mindset and just finishing more often would help them. Obviously, Everton is a very defensive team, so even getting the ball to him is going to be difficult. I mean, they still have McNeil. If McNeil's, in the right mindset, not injured, I think he's a really good player. And how do you say his name? Ndai, sorry. Ndai, he's great. So I could see Everton winning 1-0. I don't know too much about Leeds. I don't honestly know too much, obviously, about any of the new teams coming in from Championship. So I'm just going with Everton winning 1-0.
So for me, it's a tie. I think they're going to do 1-1. Leeds won the championship with 100 points. So, 29 wins and 95 goals. They were very dominant at home. I mean, they got 18 wins at home and they scored 61 goals. And they only conceded 12.
That's great.
So they are a very attacking team. Will Everton be able to hold off to that? To your point, now Beto is struggling. He's wanting more from Beto. What other option do they have? So, and they signed a lot of center backs. fullbacks, so they're trying to reinforce and have more of a depth in their lineups. So we'll see. I mean, Everton ended last season strong. Well, once they got David Moyes back, because they were struggling. I mean, they were not doing that well, and they got their old coach back.
They had
and
to get
he
comfortable.
really helped them. And by the way, he helped us too. We used assistant manager with him, so he really helped us as well. So for me, it's a tie, 1-1.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. I'm going with 2-1 for Everton. I think when Everton have their starting 11, they have a very solid Premier League team. They play a back five, very compact. Their center backs are all very good. Actually, I'm not sure if Braithwaite will be fit for that game. He's a starting center back for them. But yeah, I think Everton will have enough quality. I'm not too sure about the current players at Leeds. So yeah, I think Everton will have enough.
So do we think Everton are going to score their goal off a header?
Oh, of course. That's their game. Tarkowski.
So if it's not, that's over. How do you say his name?
Tarkowski?
No, and
Ndiaye.
I keep forgetting y'all. If it's not one of those two, it's definitely going to be Tarkowski or some other defender.
Or some 6'5" defender.
O'Brien coming in and heading it in. So, and then Pickford with his broken saves all the time.
Yeah, so we're very hyped for game week 1 to start. Our weekends has been a little bit kind of what we need to do.
Boring.
Yes, boring. I really didn't want to say that, but yes, it's been kind of boring. So now with the Prem coming back, our Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings are booked solid.
Yes.
So we're religiously watching all the games and keeping tabs on what's going on and how all the games are happening and who's doing what. So I'm very excited for the season to start.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
I am very excited.
I can't wait. And y'all need to stay tuned because we'll be posting some stories on our Instagram. We have an Instagram now, Futbol Talks. Futbol Talks 10. Find us on there. It's also linked in our YouTube bio. We'll be updating some things there and then, posting after the game week ends on our thoughts of that game week. So without further ado, please like,
share,
hit the notification button, and we'll see you guys next time.
bye
and
guys.
don't forget to subscribe.
Yay! Bye guys.
Bye.